The 2021 season is presented by Best on Tour. Sign up for free at bestontour.net. We're in Florida, and it is time for another season of the Bassmaster Opens. Last year, made a run at the Elite Series, and I got Louisville'd. Sucked pretty bad in the final tournament. I think I ended up 26th in the points. This year, they went back to 3 divisions of the Bassmaster Opens. I'm fishing all 9 of them, which gives me actually 4 shots to qualify for the Elite Series this year. There's the Central Division, the Northern Division, and the Southern Division. 3 tournaments in each division. So the top 3 from each division go to the Elite Series and the top 3 overall. How can I fish all 9 Bassmaster Opens? It's about $35,000. It's a lot of money. And I do BTL for a living, among other things. One of the cool things this year, had some really awesome people kind of step up and get on board, and that is the new Bass Cat right there. And yeah, it's a wrap. I still don't have a jersey. I've held out on the jersey, but that is the Best on Tour 2021 Bass Cat Puma. Got it all rigged out from the Bass Tank. Best on Tour weekly newsletter covering professional bass fishing with a little bit of a business twist. It is a direct to your inbox. So yeah, you can go to the website, which is conveniently located on the boat, bestontour.net. Sign up for free. There's no obligations. They don't send you a bunch of crap. You just get the newsletter in your inbox every week. I'm also going to be contributing throughout the year to the newsletter. Also added, look, we even got a BTL logo. Gamakatsu, officially on board with Gamakatsu this year, and Spro. So really looking forward to maybe some cool developmental stuff with Spro, and kind of bring Mr. Bradley Hallman in on that as well. Now, there is not a sticker on here. They're actually in the boat, and I'll show you that. That would be Pro Guide batteries out of Missouri. They've been around for over 40 years, and there you go. Look, those even still have my name on it. That sticker's coming on the boat. I can't believe I've reached the point where I require specific stickers on the boat, but hey, that's a good thing. I've been running them all week at Florida. Very impressed. I mean, not even running them down by the end of the day. So anyway, Florida. So we got down here. Brad wanted to leave early, rooming with a bunch of different guys this week, and there's like 8 lakes on the Harris Chain. This is not the Harris Chain. This is just Lake Ola, which none of us have ever heard of. I'm going to spend my entire time in a lake called Lake Griffin. You have to walk through. I looked at all the couple different lakes and then ended up spending 3 days. It is offshore hydrilla and eelgrass mixed. So let's just kick this thing off fishing grass. If I want to fish, I'm gonna have to learn how to fish this stuff sometime. Here comes Andrew Upshaw, who's also gonna be rooming with us and fishing all 9. And he caught 6 earlier out of Lake, what is this? Lake Ida Ora?
Oh, Ola.
Lake Ola?
I don't know what it is.
Ora? Lake Ora.
Ora, yeah.
Like O-R-A. It's gone. I've been trying to show it. Anyway, he's up 6-0 on me at Lake Ora. But yeah, he's got this super secret bait, I guess. How many boats are in this thing? 230?
I know there's.
And your boat what?
207.
He's boat 207. My phone is charging because I have an iPhone 5 that goes dead in about 6 hours. So we're gonna go see what boat number I got. This is kind of key to like how the week goes. I'm kind of nervous right now. I really actually am. Oh, we actually have a boat number. I'd really like to be in the top 100. I'm afraid to look. Boat 29 right there. That means I'm going to be able to get into Lake Griffin. I'll be one of the first through the lock.
What boat number are you?
My heart's thumping. I got 29.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude.
All right, well, here we are. Through the magic of editing, it is day 1 of the Bassmaster Southern Open on the Harris Chain. All right, here we go. Boat 29. Well, we made it into the dead river. Welcome to Haynes Creek.
Got the permanent smile from running 70, but we're good.
I'm going right in the middle.
Well, he knows the middle ones go out first.
It was a good try, though. Well, we are through the lock. I was actually pretty stoked with the early boat draw. I've been getting a lot of bites on a jerkbait. The plan was to go to a popkin and flip, and I kind of got sucked into Lake Griffin. I kind of got away from the spoke and hub deal and was catching a lot of fish on a jerkbait and also dragging a worm. Let's catch some bass.
Let's do it, man.
Being the first through the lock, I was really pumped to get in there early. It only fits about 8 boats in the lock. Like third cast of the morning, my biggest fish of the day, about a 2.5 pounder, smoked the jerkbait, and I kind of got lucky to land this fish. It actually came off in midair, but I was able to boat flip it and get it in the boat. So, I mean, everything was looking good at this point of the day. It's like the third cast of the morning. There's number 1. That's a good one too. I was throwing a Spromix Stick 95 and chrome shad, and like I said, I was having them just crush it. During practice, I was also alternating between a deeper diving jerkbait, actually a 110 plus 1 there, but the majority of the fish were really aggressive, would come up and eat it. You can tell something's a little funky here because I hadn't picked up a spinning rod all week, and early on in the day I wasn't seeing the fish on my forward facing sonar like I had been. So I picked up just a wacky rig trick stick with a 16th ounce nail weight and caught a couple small keepers, but I was kind of getting nervous because I just wasn't seeing the number of fish that had been roaming. I don't know if it was, it had been 90 degrees a couple days before, but I ended up just filling out a really small limit out there for about 7 pounds.
Like he's a little fatter than one of them you got in there.
There's a limit. This was a bummer. The guy, there's a guy to my right who had just caught a 6 pounder on a drop shot, and then I got that bite, and it was a dang mudfish. It's a mudfish.
Oh, dang.
This was a weird spot up here. I spent 3 days in Lake Griffin, and there was like a little clean spot. It was actually next to a shiner stake, and I guess it was kind of cleared out, but they were up there in like 3 or 4 foot. Without those fish really roaming and chasing it, I just kind of resorted to the drop shot for the rest of the day, and I was just pitching it around clumps of eelgrass. It's a 7-foot 4-inch Denali multi-spin. It's like a medium heavy action rod, but it's become kind of my go-to. If you follow this series, I throw a spinning rod a lot, and that 7.4 has enough to get a big fish in, but also a soft enough tip to fight them.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely help. That'll definitely help here, bud. Got a drop shot on it.
Yeah, that helps the cause. Well, that was very disappointing. I only have about 7.5, 8 pounds.
Well,
I absolutely smashed them in practice out here and can't get bit now. So we're headed back, maybe have some time to flip.
there you go.
Thank you. We were back at the house. I cut myself shaving, and I got a shower when I got back after an 8-pound 7-ounce day. So that'll put me in the middle of the field. Nothing went wrong, just nothing went right. I caught one good one right off the bat that I'd hooked in the eyeball on that A-Mart Gamakatsu hook, and I didn't know it until I went to boat flip it, and he came off in midair and landed. Fortunately, I got him in the bottom of the boat. Then I had to pick up a drop shot to save the rest of the day. 8-7 is not what I thought I could catch out there. I thought it would be pretty easy to catch 10 to 12, and I completely underestimated that. They wouldn't come after the jerkbait. I caught one on like a gold colored mixed stick, and that was it. Just brutally tough, and I'm really not sure why. In practice I was getting 20-30 bites a day, but I'm not out of it. At least I came in, I made 2 calls late in the day that you saw there, and that kind of saved the day. Saved the day. All right, well, it is day number 2 on the Harris chain. A little chillier this morning. I have like a 5:35 check-in tonight. I've got Ronnie with me. Do you see how your name says? It's like Ronnie Jr. What's your last name?
Got it all messed up. Ronnie Davidson.
Yeah, it says Ronnie Jr. Davidson Jr. So I didn't know whether it was just really proud of the junior or whether they had it messed up. Game plan. We're both like 195, something, 98, something like that. So you saw yesterday how easy we got through the lock. That's going to be like an hour wait. So we're going to go into the dead river, flip some pads. If we catch a big one, the game plan might change for the rest of the day. Otherwise, we're going to go back into Lake Griffin, get in the flotilla of boats, try to get up to 10 or 11 pounds, and then 100% the last 3 hours of the day is head hunting. 5:35.
There you go. You all that one way, okay?
I hear you. Have a good morning, guys. I knew I wouldn't be able to get through the lock early because I was such a late boat draw. So what I ended up doing was I just stopped in the dead river and started flipping some pad stems. I caught 3 fish doing it, and they were the first 3 fish that I have ever caught flipping pad stems.
It felt like one picked it up.
Yep.
You can see there, I thought I had a big one. It was just actually caught in the pad stem. Number 1.
I feel way better about this at this point now.
I kind of learned something here too. Talking to Bradley Hallman afterwards, was I was actually flipping a big bite trick stick in June bug on a straight shank hook, and I was having some trouble with that straight shank coming through the fish's mouth and then getting hooked in the stalk of the lily pad. So I'm gonna go with a offset hook or a smaller hook so that they don't have a way to get that point and get that leverage into the stalk afterwards. But ended up getting 3 out of the pad. So this is cool. There's a kind of a backwater area off of Haynes Creek, and some of the first bass zone live coverage that we did with Mark Jeffries back in the day was when Shaw Grigsby and Grant Golbeck had a sight fishing slugfest actually out of this this little pond back here. I caught one for about 11 ounces, a lot of empty beds in there, but kind of nostalgia. Hadn't been in there in a decade. How's it going? So I ran back down to Griffin, and this is kind of the highlight of the tournament right here. I was throwing a 6-inch trick stick with a little tail spinner in it.
Yeah, man. Good deal. Yes, sir.
That's what we needed right there.
Yes,
this was about a 3.5 pounder that really saved the day. Got me up to probably around 9 pounds there. All right, I got 2 there. I just kept the power poles down, and I picked the drop shot back up, and I was able to cull 2 more times. And that, unfortunately, was pretty much my day. There's about an hour in here where I didn't get a bite at all. But just kind of took my medicine and tried to get as many points as I could. Knew that you know, every ounce was probably a spot or 2. So upped my weight by 1.5 pounds on day 2, and ended up with 10 pounds even on day 2.
There you go, man.
That helps a lot. I mean, not a whole lot, but a lot. We're making some headway. last cast in Florida. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a tutorial on how to finish 100th place on the Harris chain in March. We tried though. The 2021 season is presented by Best on Tour. Sign up for free at bestontour.net.